Even the biggest fans may not know these juicy details. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 behind-the-scenes secrets about America's Next Top Model.
But even though the outfit may have been really hot and the headpiece may have been really heavy, I'm on set and I'm working with Lady Gaga's designer. You shut up and you suck it up.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the most shocking and scandalous facts about this popular reality competition show.
And it's weird to see her struggle because usually she's on top of her game, but maybe next time, instead of just being jealous or hating, she should work on bettering herself.
Number 10. Your favorite mainstays were let go. America's Next Top Model had been on the air for 17 seasons when the show saw a pretty serious drop in viewership. They allegedly lost 1 million viewers between season 17 and 18, which was one of the reasons that producers opted to let go of fan favorites Jay Manuel, Jay Alexander, and Nigel Barker, and sub in a new slate of faces.
I think it's because all our contracts were actually already done. So that's the thing that people don't know. And, the show was at a point where they had to make a change. So when you say it was a surprise, you hear all the different rumors from sponsor issues to on down with the show. It's not a huge surprise to us.
They hired Rob Evans, plus-sized model Ashley Graham, and Johnny Wujek as their replacements, and the show has been significantly changed ever since.
Hi guys, I'm Ashley Graham, and I am a judge on VH1's America's Next Top Model, and this is our set.
Number 9. The auditions are like American Idol. Like on most reality shows, it's safe to assume that judges aren't seeing every single person who comes out to audition.
Some of these girls you would not look at twice in the street, but I'll know when I can make them into something.
You think Tyra has time for that? Just like on shows like American Idol, most of the work in the audition process falls to the producers.
I just want to say you girls are really special to us because we watch so many tapes. I mean, thousands. But remember, there's only room for 10 in the house.
While we do get to see some of the auditions on the show, the vast majority of people never get to meet Tyra or any other famous faces. The audition process has definitely changed over the years, but this fact remains the same.
I just want to say welcome to Los Angeles and welcome to America's Next Top Model.
Number 8. The photo shoots take forever. On any TV show, there have to be edits. And on a reality show where they're filming for many hours each day, you have to edit a lot.
Oh, lovely. This is gorgeous. All right, we got it.
One thing in particular that loses a lot of screen time is the photo shoots. When we see it, it is cut down to just a few minutes, but in reality, they are often shooting for an entire day.
Ma'am, did you find everything you're looking for?
Not quite.
I can't breathe in this dress, but that's okay. You don't need to breathe to take a cute picture.
So while you may feel bad for the models when it seems like they haven't had nearly enough time to get a good shot, keep in mind that there is a ton that the viewer never gets to see.
Brendy, I love her and I want her to do well, but every time she comes, she has this weird kind of blank face to her.
Number 7. Contestants don't get any help after shooting wraps.
Models, welcome back. The judges have deliberated.
You'd think that after participating in a high-profile reality show like America's Next Top Model, the contestants would keep in touch with producers or have resources to help them out back in the real world.
Gia, I'm sorry, but you have to remember what I said. You have made the biggest transformation out of all of the girls, and you have shown so much poise, and you are such a lady. I don't believe this will be the end for you.
In fact, though, several past contestants have come out saying that they were very disappointed in the level of service they received once their time on the show was done. Some have attributed this to being one of the reasons that so few of the participants have found much success in the industry.
Because there's certain things that they could do to help, you know, like little things. Even if it is an email or sending to this person or forwarding pictures to this, that, or whatever. And that does not happen at all. So it does seem when you leave the show that it is like very cold because they're just on to the next cycle.
Number 6. Contestants allegedly can't speak until cameras are on. Of course, there's a lot going on behind the scenes of a show like this one that viewers don't witness. but we would never expect something like this. Angelique Preston won cycle 17 of the show, but was later stripped of her title after being involved in sex work before being cast.
I did some things for money that I'm not proud of. It was escorting.
She has since spoken out, condemning many of the show's practices, including leaving the girls sequestered in rooms for many hours without food or water, and not letting them speak.
What people don't see on TV is that, like, I mean, it's insane, like the amount of bullshit that me and the other girls went through. There are times when we didn't get fed. We had to film straight through 15, 18 hours without eating. So we're starving.
Preston said that she used to admire Tyra, but after her experience on the show, she no longer feels the same way. Number 5. The "We were rooting for you" speech was allegedly even worse.
Be quiet, Tiffany. Be quiet! That's what is wrong with you. Stop it!
It turns out that the speech that launched 1,000 memes had even more to it than we could have known. Tyra's famous "We were rooting for you" tirade has become internet famous because of her dramatic statements and tone. But according to insiders, the speech was much longer in reality and more intense.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
Tiffany Richardson, the contestant being yelled at, said in an interview later that Tyra said some very inappropriate additional comments to her, including things like, "You can go back to your house and sleep on your mattress on the floor with your baby." Number 4. Janice Dickinson had problems with Tyra.
She's huge. She's not going to be a top model.
I think you are the problem of why women are leaning over the toilets at this very moment and vomiting.
Janice Dickinson, often credited with being the first ever supermodel, was a judge on America's Next Top Model for 4 seasons in the early years. She had a strong and fiery personality and often clashed with Tyra on camera and off.
Both Paula Porvikova and Janice Dickinson, when they left the show, were not very nice about you.
Let's not go there.
Well, I am going there. I am going to ask that question.
When she left the show, the drama only heated up, with Dickinson making many claims about how Tyra treated her while she was working on the show.
She jacked my ass the entire time I was on her show. She jacked everything I said, then she remixed it and re-edited it to suit her fancies. She's a real smart executive producer.
She has flipped-flopped over the years and retracted some damning statements, but it seems pretty obvious how she really feels.
I really apologize to you, Tyra, for the things I might have said to you, because she is a great lady, and thanks to her, I got a very successful career on television.
Number 3, not all models audition. We already talked a little bit about the audition process, but in addition to all the models who audition, the producers and judges can scout their own models who get to skip all those first steps in the competition.
My name is Chantel Winnie, and I'm from Toronto, Canada.
I found you.
Really?
I saw you on social media. I've actually never seen vitiligo that way.
Yeah, neither have I.
It's like symmetrical, fantasticness. Look at that.
There have been accusations of the system being rigged when models who were handpicked seem to inevitably go far in the competition.
I have that type of advantage of people loving the underdog winning, but I don't need any favors or pity party. I'm gonna be myself.
Also, there are rules in place preventing any models who have had a certain level of experience from competing, but even these tend to be flouted sometimes.
I was scouted at Chuck E. Cheese at 15, and now I'm 22, so 8 years now it's been, so got a few years of experience somewhere down there.
Number 2, the cameras are filming almost all day. According to Tiffany Richardson, yes, the same Tiffany Richardson who Tyra so famously yelled at, cameras are rolling at almost every hour of the day.
When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
In an interview with BuzzFeed where she talked about everything that happened after the infamous Rooting for You incident, she detailed how the models would be woken up at 6 a.m. each day and subsequently filmed for 20 to 22 hours.
Guys, please, everyone's going to sleep. Bitch, you shut up! This is a hellhole!
So if you've ever wondered how one of the contestants could say or do something so insane, it might just be because they were coping with being filmed for hours and hours on end without a break.
I haven't had interpersonal problems since I was in middle school.
Number 1, Tyra almost quit. America's Next Top Model has been on since 2003, and it turns out that only a few years into the show's run, Tyra considered calling it quits.
I want to make a top model in 8 weeks.
I want to take someone from obscurity to fame, and I want to chart the entire process and show America how it happens.
In season 8, Banks cited stress as one of the reasons that she decided to relinquish control of ANTM to someone else. Ultimately, of course, she was convinced to stay in the game.
America's Next Top Model is... Jasleen.
Oh my God, Tyra, thank you. Oh my God.
In cycle 23, Tyra stepped down as a host of the show, handing over the reins to Rita Ora.
I don't believe this will be the end for you. Okay? All right?
But fans were happy when she was back to her usual antics for cycle 24. It looks like there will still be plenty of Tyra to come.
You know, it was like, I want this brand to continue for as long as possible. We're in 180 countries, you know, so Mama came back.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.